Folks, we have an incredibly serious problem. I am losing so much at Riichi Mahjong. Hello everyone, my name's Yusung. Today, we've brought out the big guns. That's right, I've enlisted the help of Jenn Barr, the author of a book on Riichi Mahjong, to come on the channel and graciously offer her time and expertise to look at some games that I've played, lost, and to try to teach us some things so that hopefully we don't make those same mistakes in the future. I am going to be real with you right now. After Jenn explained some things and then I looked at what I discarded in that moment, oh my god, I need to crawl into a cave. I'm so sorry. I should be just way more ashamed than I currently am. So I'm so excited to share this wealth of information with you today. You can find Jenn in all the links down below, as well as the book. We're gonna get into that at the end of the collab. And without further ado, let's get into it. Today I am so excited. We are joined by a professional Mahjong player in the JPML organization. She runs the JPML English YouTube channel that I've watched on the treadmill a lot lately, and she's the author of Riichi Mahjong, The Only Way to Play. Jenn, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for doing this. How are you doing today?
Great, I'm so excited to be here. I've been wanting to talk to you in person I'm sort of in person, but online in person for ages.
Absolutely.
I really enjoy your stream. It's so pleasant to listen to you.
Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. So I should give the viewers a notice that so I can see Jenn, but Jenn can't see me because of some technical stuff. And so already the social awkwardness. I'm so nervous because I said you said such a nice thing, and then I said absolutely as if I'm some sort of egomaniac, and that's not the case. We are here today to look at some hands of Mahjong that Jenn has so kindly written, just noted, and then we are going to talk about them to try to just give me some new perspective and to try to ultimately improve my Mahjong play, because I am sick and tired of losing. So I'm gonna set the scene for everyone because everyone might not be accustomed to the Mortal UI. This is a game that I played a few weeks ago. I will link it in the description, and we are in East 3 right now. I'm sitting at a crisp 25,000 points. The player on our right is in the lead. The player across from us not doing so hot, and neither is the player to our left. The Dora is the 4 of characters, and now we are going to the 7th discard, which I believe is the first moment where something happened. So here we have it. Again, to set the scene, the player across from us, and I'm biting my tongue to try to not say a crosslord in the face of a real Mahjong player, but the player across from us has called Khan, the player to the right of us has called Pawn, and we are at an impasse right now. This is a very tricky hand. I know what I discarded. I believe that I discarded the 1 of circles because my thinking was I would love to draw into a pure double sequence in the circle suit, but I see 1, 2 of circles out there. I like the rest of my shapes enough, and I think that the 2 of circles isn't that likely. Jenn, I would love to hear your thoughts on this discard.
Okay, well, I want to preface every single thing I say with, in any study sessions or when you get advice, the really strong pros are always going to say there's not one correct answer. So there are different styles of play. Some people shy away from saying that because when you're a new player, you don't want to blame everything on style. You don't want to say well, I went for it because that's my style. So you do need to think about efficiency and things like that. But once you get to a higher level, there are styles. And so you need to take everything with a grain of salt. I'm going to say a lot of things. If you're thinking this, then this is better. If you're thinking that, then that's better. There's not going to be one single answer.
Jenn, I can tell you right now, most of the time I am thinking how I am cowering in fear. What is the most fearful thing? What is the most cowardly thing that I can discard in this situation? But I feel like in this, even though the con has been called, jokes aside, I am just trying to get into Tenpai. So I'm thinking that the 1 of circles is the most efficient. But I know that might not be the only way to think about this position.
Okay, so I want to think about here is you have enough blocks. You said you like your shapes. So why are you keeping the 3 of dots over the 1 of dots?
I'm thinking, oh, that's a great question. I'm thinking to myself, if there's like a weird world where I draw into a four of dots, like maybe I can cut Northwind. And this is such a great question. Quite frankly, I have no idea. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. So, is the thinking that like by cutting the 3 of circles before the 1 of circles, it is just like better for safety reasons because I'll have that 1 in my hand instead of the 3.
Yeah, for safety reasons, the 1 is definitely safer on this board to discard, so you can get rid of the 3 earlier. That's definitely one great option. It's okay as well to keep the 1 of dots and go with the Norse immediately.
Yes.
That's 1 away from Tempai. There is a 2 out already, and you're using 1 too, but you can see all 4 of the 1s.
And I obviously know what that means, but if you could explain that for some people who might not see, like, so because we see all of the 1s, what is the second half of that sentence? Like, because we see all the 1s, a 2 is maybe more likely to come out?
The 2 basically works as the 1, as the edge tile in this case, since you can see all of the 1s.
Okay. And obviously
so
I know what that means.
Edge tiles because they're harder to, okay, we like to wait on edge tiles, the 1s and the 9s, because they're easier to use, right? In this case, nobody else can use the 1s, so the 2 is the outermost tile that people can use. So it's actually not terrible to keep the double sequence here, and if you draw 4, you can always switch to the open-ended as well, right?
Yes.
So it's 6 blocks right now. You have the 5, 6, that's 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, that's 2 different blocks. 6, 7, 8, and 8, 8 is 2 blocks, and the Norths are 2 blocks. So you have to get rid of 1 block anywhere. Getting rid of the 1, 3 block is perfectly fine. If you're thinking that you want to draw the 4 dot, not that, well, I might draw the 4 dot. If you want to draw the 4 dot and switch to like a Pinfu hand,
yes,
then discarding the 1 is great.
Okay.
But it's not going to become Pinfu while you still have the Norths, right?
Yes, I should let you know that because you can't see me. My mouth is agape right now, just honestly, like, thinking of the 2 as the edge tile. My brain does not understand. I guess because the best that people could do is have like a 3/4 in this instance. And so the 2 might come out that way. I don't know. This might be something that I just need to think about for like 2 hours under like while meditating under a waterfall to understand. But if you have any other, like, if you could explain it to a 5-year-old, please let me know. If not, I will just think about this for the next year, I think.
Okay, so let's say somebody else has a 2, 3, 4 shape. So
yes.
They're using one of those that you want. And they draw a 5. Are they going to discard the 5 or the 2? If they have some, like a Sanshoku, like a mixed sequence sort of Yaku that they need that 2 for, then they'll keep it. But otherwise, they're going to discard the safer 2, especially because they can see 2 of the 1s and another player's discard the 2.
Right. And it can't be a 1,
and that way
2,
it works
3,
sort of
4.
as an edge tile.
Okay, that is okay. This is already amazing. That's something that I've truly never have thought about in hours of just banging my head against a wall in Mahjong. So this moment is just more to think about. Like, we could throw the Norths. The 2 is kind of like an edge tile, so we can keep that for the pure double sequence. And we like our shapes, so cutting the Norths is also, I think, way more of a consideration than previously thought.
Putting the Norths is a consideration. If you want to discard that 1, 2, because you're just like, I am not into that middle 2 weight.
Yes.
When there's 1 out on the board already. I mean, it's true there are only 2 left, even though it's not a terrible weight. It's not as terrible as it looks in this situation. You don't have to wait on it. In that case, my preference would be to discard the 3 first. If you're discarding the 1 because you want to draw the 4, that's what we mentioned before. And you want to switch it to Pinfu and discard the Norse later, that's perfectly fine. If you definitely don't want to wait on that 2, you can discard the 3 first for safety. If you draw the 4 later, you're still not in a terrible position. And you can choose between keeping the 1s or the Norths as your pair. And the 5, 8 North pair is definitely a good weight. There's 1 North out already.
Yes.
There's 8 out already, so it's only the 5 and the North pair. So it's not like the great,
yes,
we call it entotsu or chimney weight that you always want to go for, but the North is still a really good weight here as well.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, just the world where we get into Tenpai and we can wait on the 5 of the bamboo, 8 of bamboo, or the Northwind as our winning tile. Yeah, that would also be glorious. And I was very happy with the bamboo shape and that 7 of bamboo draw. Now, I end up cutting the one of circles here. Another 4 discards have come up, and I wanted to ask you about this because at this point, I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I am probably yelling into the microphone about something. I can't even guarantee that I was thinking about Mahjong. So I am pretty sure I threw the 3 of circles here. Oh God, I hope I threw the 3 of circles because I would love to keep the east one as a safe tile, but I'm not sure if I did that. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this position.
But does east look really safe here?
Oh, the east is absolutely a live tile, and there's a con already, which is like, I don't know, the spider senses are tingling. Something is wrong here.
It's east round. There's one already valued tile pwned, the white dragon to your right. And there are no easts out on the board. So I'm not sure how safe it really is.
You know, this is very sobering. This is very sobering because I feel a child inside me wanting to say, yeah, like, aren't all honor tiles safe? But you're absolutely right. Yeah. So let me just see what I did here because I cut the 3 and I kept the east, but yeah, I don't, now that you mention it, I don't know if that's right. Can I ask what is the biggest red flag for you? Is it the con or is it the white dragon pawn that has you, or is it just the fact that the east is still a live tile? It's been discarded 0 times. Like, what's the biggest red flag about this tile?
First of all, it's not been discarded. That's the first flag. It's not out there. That's pretty late for it to not be out, for one of them to not be out. Also, the discards of the player to your right, they're not all honor. Like, if you look at the player to your left, they have all edge tiles and honor tiles. The player to your right has a lot of middle tiles, no bamboos out. So it looks like they might be looking for a few more either honored tiles, like valued tiles, or bamboos. You're not. I mean, you can't be sure that it's a flush because they're discarding honor tiles.
Right.
But it looks like maybe they're looking for some more value and not as much efficiency because of those middle tiles they're discarding.
So typically when someone, in this situation, I would describe it as the player to our right is throwing heat right now. They're just throwing really, really good tiles. And so when the 5 of characters, 6 of characters, 4 of circles, when those like really versatile tiles are being thrown, are you saying that like just like be a little bit more cautious of the flush, or be a little bit more cautious that they're waiting for honor tiles specifically? Like what should yeah.
Just be cautious in general. So, if something looks kind of shady in this way, in this situation, the east looks kind of shady to me. The 5 is right next to the Dora, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The
That's
5 is
super
next to
early.
the Dora. I would love to ask you about this. When I see this, and I definitely did not clock it in the game, but when I see a tile that's close to the Dora being cut early, I usually think they have a pair of the Dora. They just want to like solidify the pair. Like, what do you think when someone cuts, like for instance, the 5 of characters when the Dora is the 4 of characters in this spot?
I would think that later, if they're doing that here, then they must be really close to ready, like really close to Tenpai. If it's later in the hand, I would think that probably with the 5 discard, or they had like 5/5/4 and they discarded the 5.
Yes.
When it's that early to just lock in the Dora pair, usually it's gonna be like a more edge tile. So like the 8 is the Dora and they discard the 9. In this case, the 9 is discarded, but that Dora was put out later, so that doesn't really count. But
yeah. Yes. Right.
Let's say the 8 dot was the first Dora and they discarded the 9. That could definitely be either like a pair of 8s, or it could be like a 6/7 shape waiting for the 8.
Or they're just me and a noob, and you didn't see the Dora until your 3rd discard. Okay.
Not only noobs do that. Some pros do that we won't name.
That's very heartening to know. So if the east wind is not necessarily a safe tile, is your inclination to throw the east wind right now, or to just like ride or die with the east tile? Like, we're keeping it in our hand no matter what. We're gonna take it all the way to the end of east 3.
I mean, that's where you have to make the decisions. So you have to think about how much value your hand has. I think we are the dealer. So
yes.
You do kind of want to push.
Yeah.
I would want to try and get rid of it earlier. But if you think this hand is just not worth going for, it's still east in a south game. We have time, we have more dealer turns. You might give more value to the first place player.
Yes.
If that's your style to play a little bit more cautiously, you can hang on to it until it comes out.
Okay. I think my thinking here was that, yeah, I wanted to push because I was like dealer seat, two Oradora chances, and we can accept the regular Dora, the 4 of characters. So that's what I wanted to do. I'll see what they wanted me to do. So they still did want me to cut the 3 of circles, but I think like engines typically, and I've noticed this with Maka too, like engines typically just want you to make the most winningest play, like the most widest winningest play. So yeah, I love at least being a little bit more aware of the fact that the east wind, which I thought was a safe tile here, is not as safe as I thought. So we're going to go to turn 11. Oh, yeah, please.
I just want to say that was my point. The point was not that you should discard the east now or you should not discard the east now. My point was I thought when I saw the play, I looked at the replay of this.
Yes.
I thought that you kept east as a safe tile, and I wanted to mention that it doesn't really look safe. That was the whole...
Absolutely. No, it being a live tile is certainly up there. So in the very next turn, the player on our left calls Reichi. I don't know what I do here, but I think I am out. I think I might even chuck the east wind here with reckless abandon. Did I do that? I did do that. What? Okay, this is not even one of the things that we would have talked about, but like, what would you have thrown here? Just out of pure curiosity.
I actually do. Yeah, I do have this in my notes. Does this east look more or less dangerous now that there's a reach on the board?
It does. You know, it doesn't feel good to throw. It feels less good to throw now that there's a Reichi on the board. That's for certain.
So I might have wanted to maybe get rid of it before the reach, but then again, the 3 dot is not necessarily safe to the reach either. Imagine if you had drawn the 3 dot first, like we discussed back 2 discards ago. You'd have the safe 1 dot, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, we would have a 1 of circles for safety here. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was talking about with the 3, and I didn't like look and say, oh look, the 1 dot, the player that discarded the 1 circle has reached. It wasn't that. That's the thinking that you need to have before that.
Yes, of course. Yeah, not just not in hindsight, not a confirmation bias thing, but yeah, having that 1 would have been safer if anyone had called the Reichi. All right, I'm pushing here. Again, not sure if I'm even thinking about Mahjong at this point. This is a pretty spicy spot. I don't have very many safe tiles. I know myself. The east wind has been pawned. You were spot on. And I know we have the benefit of hindsight, but like, yeah, wow. I am pretty sure I'm gonna lay this hand down. I'm pretty sure I'm either gonna throw 6 of bamboo or 7 of bamboo as safe tiles, or cut the north winds. Slightly more of a risk, but not really. I would love to hear your thoughts on this position.
So how much do you know about Mawashi?
Mawashi, for those of you, people might not be in the know just for the vocab. It's like folding, but trying to like find a way back into tenpai as best as possible. That is like a butchered definition. Do you have a better explanation?
So yeah, there's actually in Japanese actually another word that's not commonly used is rollingu, which means rolling. So I call it rolling the hand over, and in my commentary I use that a lot just in case people need an English equivalent, because it's easier for some people to remember.
Sure.
So it means discarding safely but maintaining your hand's shape so that you have a chance to get into tenpai. You're not necessarily trying to get the hand, but you want to try and get that tenpai at the end of the hand and not lose those 1,000 to 3,000 points, right?
Absolutely.
So if you were to, let's just say as a challenge, for this hand, how would you do that? Right here.
The reason I'm laughing is I'm like, oh my god, normal mahjong is too much of a challenge. No, this is great though, because it's just forcing me to think a little bit more about the place. So in hearing you say that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's pretty safe. It's like, you know, I would happily throw Northwind followed by Northwind here, and there's a chance because we throw that we can use the 8 of bamboo as a pair, or we stumble ourselves into another pair somewhere down the line. But I would cut Northwind followed by Northwind to try to maintain as much shape integrity. I have a feeling that I cut 6 of bamboo here, and that kind of like rips apart the shape that I have going on in the bamboo suit.
I think you discarded 7, maybe.
Oh
maybe
my
it was
God.
6, 7. I think it was 7.
Okay, 6,
Oh,
but
6, 7, okay,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it comes out eventually. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I would go with the north here. Why not? It's maybe somebody has a single north weight. It's possible, but
Yeah. But they're not Akagi, and they wouldn't, and they're just mortal. Yeah.
you're giving yourself a little bit of a better, as dealer especially. You're giving
Yes.
yourself a better chance to get into Tenpai and maintain your dealership, which is worth a lot, I think. If you're not dealer, I think you can think about it a little bit differently and maybe play a little bit safer. But as dealer, you want to try and stay dealer as long as possible.
No, absolutely. I think.
So I think there's a small risk that somebody might be waiting on a single north, but that risk is worth it in this case. And that's always what you got to think about. There's a risk at discarding this tile.
Right.
Is that risk worth it or not? It's okay to deal in if you're calculating the risk that you have to take.
I think I've traumatized myself so much by making like horribly greedy discards to stay in Tenpai when I have not been in the dealer seat, there's no reason to, that I'm thinking to myself like fold and fold as hard as possible always. But yeah, looking at this, I'm like, there's still a chance, like at least that you should open the door to chasing Riichi, getting into Tenpai, like all the possibilities that could happen. And cutting the norths to what you were saying, preserve the big shapes of the hand, the integrity of the hand, the shapes of the hand is like a great piece of advice.
You don't do that, but that's an option.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. As an
No,
option.
this is the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So I am trying to fold, but not in a way that's good. Yeah, we drew into the 7 there. That would have been so nice. Eventually, another thing is turn 16. Which I definitely can see. This is like 12, 13-ish, 14, 15. I believe this is there's been another chasing Riichi from the player across from us, so now it's like the most spicy thing in the world. I'm pretty sure at this point I cut Northwind followed by Northwind. Or I'm not sure what I do. I think 7 of characters too. 7 of characters seems safe. And also, this is so spicy. I can't believe I played this game. The player on our right pawned into a 3rd honor tile triplet. Okay, this is terrifying. I would love to hear your thoughts on this position.
And what about the 1 circle, the 1 dot?
Oh my god. What do I do here? Oh no, this is like looking in a horrible mirror of my... Ah! Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Did I really do this? I suppose it's okay, because I know the 4 of circles is safe for everyone at the table, but the 1 of circles again. Yeah.
1 of circles is also 100% safe.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the 2 of circles.
Yes.
2 of circles is not scary here.
I guess I see all... Wait, do I see all 4 copies of the 4? I see 3 copies of the...
3 copies.
Of the 4 of circles.
It's safe, completely safe to the Reach player across from you. Completely safe to the Reach player to the left of you. You're not going to discard the 2 circles in this hand at all. But if we had gone back to the Mawashi, to the rolling over the hand, and you were closer to Tenpai, you would be able to discard the 1 dot here, the 1 circle here. Then if you draw the 5 circle, you can discard the 2 circle and maintain that shape.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yep. Preserving.
The 4 circle is never going to get more dangerous after this point because the non-reach player has already discarded it.
Yes.
So if you end up having to quit, you can always discard the 4 circle anyway. The 1 circle is 100% safe here. Nobody's going for Kokshi, for 13 orphans. You can see all of them, so there's no single weight, and there's no open-ended weight.
Okay. Yeah. So just leaving yourself the option to be able to pivot while keeping your shapes intact. Okay, I think this is a great wake-up call because I've had this nagging feeling that the way that I fold needs a little bit more scrutiny instead of just brain off and sending whatever tile seems to be the safest tile at the moment. So this is, it's gonna make playing Mahjong so hard, but I know it is going to matter in like 1,000 games. It is just going to matter. So eventually, let me just see how this one ends, it is a draw, and that's so okay. And this is a terrifying hand from the player to our right. Oh my god.
Say one thing. If we had played the way that I said to play,
yes,
my ending hand would be the 5, 6, 7 of Manzu of characters, the 2, 3, 4 of dots or circles, the 8 of circles, the 5, 6, 7 of bamboos, and the 8, 8, 8 of bamboos. So I'd be tempai waiting for the same 8 dot that the right player is waiting for. I mean, that is maybe hindsight,
yes.
But if I had played in the order that I would usually play, that's what it would, or not what I usually play, because on stream I'm also talking and misclicking, but if I had played the way that I analyzed it while I was watching the replay, that's what my hand would have ended up as.
I'm laughing only because I feel like a huge scrub right now. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think I'm so scared of dealing in that I need to just have a little bit more courage to not tear up the shapes until it is absolutely necessary. A little bit more offense while folding, not reckless, and not just for willy-nilly, but especially while we're in the dealer seat. I think could really help. Oh my god, what a great example.
It's something that comes with last avoidance systems, that you end up maybe overcorrecting to that side.
Yeah, no.
So it's good to always take a look back sometimes.
Yes, and I think it's avoiding last, and people are already predispositioned to a lot of shame in their personal lives, and people might make some bad choices because of that too. I'm just talking about me. Okay, now we are going to go to the very next round, and we're gonna again, setting the scene. No one has won. There's not been a huge swing in points, and we are gonna go all the way to turn 16. I end up calling Chi here. The thinking there, Tenhou, baby. It's always been Tenhou. It always will be Tenhou. I am going, but I cannot draw a winning tile to save my life. That is the hallmark of this channel. It always will be the hallmark of this channel. And now, this is turn discard 13, 14, 15. Now things are getting spicy. So please tell me to stop. Okay, I mean, the player on our left just called a Chi and discarded the red 5. And now we draw into the red 5 of characters. Is this the moment that we wanted to take a look at?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I am assuming, based on my context clues, is oh no, okay, I don't remember like 100% perfectly, but I'm pretty sure I push here, I deal in, and I go, woe is me, this is so unfair. God gives his toughest battles to his weakest soldiers. I'm pretty sure I'm about to complain so much. I would love to hear whether or not you would push or fold in this situation, because I think I shove.
Yeah, I think you should. But I want you to look at the board. So what are you up at right now? How many points is the dealer's hand worth?
Okay. The dealer's hand, the player on our right. I don't exactly know what they're doing, but if I had to guess, it is a Tenhou. Oh my god, it's Tenhou 3 Dora. Okay, so that's at least, I mean, they've like, you know, probably maybe around the ballpark of 12,000, maybe even more if they have it. Oh my god.
It's at minimum 11,600, right?
Jen, I pushed this hand. Oh my god.
And how much is your hand worth?
Okay, yeah. Oh, oh wow. Okay, so my hand is Tenhou red 5. Did I really do this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is an interstellar moment. I'm banging on the bookshelf for me not to do this. I can't believe. Okay, yeah. This is well, yeah. I mean, this is. I can't believe this.
Okay, if we go into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's say you had a really good chance at winning the hand. Like you had a really good weight. You have an open-ended weight, but is it a good weight?
You know, I would love to hear your thoughts on this, because what is like the threshold for a good weight for you? Because it's 2 copies of the 7 and 4 copies of the 4, 6 tiles. For me, a good weight is like, obviously when there's 4 tiles left on either side for 8 tiles total, that's pretty easy. But I don't know where I draw the line for what's a good weight and what's a bad weight.
Okay, so right here, it's not how many tiles you can see, it's how many tiles you can't see. Because how many 5s and 6s of characters, you can see 2 of each. Oh, you can see 3 5s, okay. So the 4 doesn't look terrible now, but look at the Manzu on the board. the characters on the board.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
There's like none.
Yeah.
So it looks like everybody's using them, right?
Yes, absolutely. Oh wow, this is brutal. Yeah. The character tiles feel very, very expensive right now. There's no. I see 2 3s. I see 0 4s. It's just it just feels so risky.
Yeah, it feels like nobody's gonna discard to you. So you have to hope that yours are still in the wall, but there's nothing on the board to indicate to you that your weights are still in the wall. Because if there are a lot of like, you know, more 6s, more 3s on the board, if you could see people were discarding the Manzu around your weights,
Yeah.
then you can think they're still in the wall. They discarded them because they can't use them, right? But they're not on the board. So that means they're probably not in the wall and more in people's hands. Which means it's going to be really hard to win on this hand.
Okay. So if more people were discarding like 4 of characters and 7, if they were just more, if there was just more abundance of the character suit being discarded, and the dealer did not have a monstrous hand, then in that
like
situation,
Here, Sozu, the bamboos is a great weight, I think. There are lots of them on the board. You can see lots of them, but nobody wants them, right?
And so the idea is that nobody wants them. They still could be in the wall. They're not being used in people's hands. Versus the character suit, we see none of them. Yeah.
People are going to discard them. People are not thinking they're dangerous. So the 4/7 character weight does not look great here.
Yeah.
Especially against an 11,600 point dealer hand. Especially when you finally have 2,000 points. It was only 1,000 till now.
I mean, absolutely. This is outrageous. I need to give like I need to give a formal apology. I need to hold a press conference. I cannot believe that I pushed this in. So sending the 5 of bamboo here, or like as safe tile, maybe 8 of circles if it comes down to it. Yeah, folding here would be great. I would love to take. I would love to take a peek at the mortal. Oh, you would start with the 8 here just to try to preserve the integrity as much as possible of our hand.
Well, the 8 is totally safe. You know, the dealer might draw. You might not need another safe tile. You don't know. So.
Okay. I'm gonna click on the mortal evaluation. Okay, yeah. The
5. Oh, the 5 is totally safe,
for totally safe. And we still get to keep like a sense of a shape in the bamboo suit as well. Yeah, but I
Sorry, the 5 is much safer. Yeah, the 5 is much safer because the left player did discard that 5 from their hand, so the 8 is not totally safe there.
Right. At this point, they could have shifted their hand to somehow wait on the 8 of circles.
I mean, it's way better to deal into the left player than the dealer. So, if you have to choose between a safe tile between the dealer and the left player, then you want to choose the dealer's safe tile in this situation because the left player is probably 2,000 points.
Yeah. We see.
I mean, you don't know. It could be more, but probably.
We see Eldadora. We see 2 red 5s. It doesn't seem that scary. We see a lot of honor tiles. Okay. Folks, we are now looking at a new game. This is the start of the game. I'm going to go to East 1-1 because there was a 9-tile terminal draw in the first round, and this is the start of the game. Everyone's at a crisp 25,000 points. I am scared. I don't know what I did this game, but I know based on last game. Oh my god. Okay, so we are going to go to turns 5 and 6, and we are just gonna see what kind of nonsense happens. So this is discard 5. The Dora is the 7 of circles. I have one of those in my hand. I hit the next choice button accidentally, so I know I cut the I think I cut the 1 or the 2 of circles here. And my thinking there is the 1-2 shape is very stinky, and I kind of want to go for taunt. Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but it could happen. I could also cut 3 of bamboo here just to keep a wide acceptance, but I think I don't know what poisoned me on the 1-2 shape and the 8-9 shape, but I'm more inclined to get rid of them maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit more than I should. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this situation.
So in this case, I mean it's kind of tough to be honest. I hate that pinch on shape
The 1-2 shape.
Yeah, the 1-2. Sorry, the side weight. Sometimes you draw it, and that would be kind of a sad backfire.
That's true.
What is most efficient here? Like here, I think when you don't know, I like to go with the most efficient discard.
I think the most efficient discard is the 5 of circles.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and so the thinking there is, well, it's a 1-2 shape, but we could always draw into the 3, and what backfires is maybe the 4 of circles, but the 4 of circles isn't even that terrible. At least then we have a 2-4 shape, and we could redraw into a 5. Is there anything else that's like going through your head as you're cutting the 5 in this moment?
A little bit also safety. When you keep the middle tiles more and you discard the outside tiles more, especially when you have plenty of blocks here.
Yeah.
It gets dangerous fast because you have lots more middle tiles you have to discard later, right?
Yes. Oh my god.
Also, it's near the Dora.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm happy to slim down that area. So although I also discard those side weights, the 1-2 shapes and the 8-9 shapes very quickly.
Yeah.
As a habit, I think in this case I would prefer the 5 dot. But yeah, it's and like I always say, it's not one correct answer.
Yes. Okay.
As far as efficiency goes, the 6 and the 8 of characters and the 1 of 2 of dots and the 8 of dots, those are all like the same efficiency as far as the number of tiles go. And 5 is, it just gives you 4 extra tiles that you can use.
Yes, that is very, very true. And so I just wrote down, I'm not texting right now. I just wrote, when you don't know what to do, maybe the most efficient play is worth considering, because it is a shape after all, and the rest of our hand is fine. If everything else gets filled, and then we have this awkward 1-2 later, that's okay. I'm going to take a look at the mortal evaluations, but again, I just want to tell the viewing audience at home, it's not the end-all be-all. Don't let the robots ruin you. Oh, and it is. Okay, it is the 5. It is overwhelmingly. Yeah. Overwhelmingly, it is the 5. All right. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I'm gonna hide the mortal evaluations now. So that was this situation. Was there anything that you wanted to say about this? Is it a pure tile efficiency, keeping 6 blocks because it's the early game and it's fine, casting a wide net? Is there anything else that's notable about this hand and this discard?
That also, if you like discarding those side weights when you have an edge tile, like the 1s and 2s, a lot of it is also to shift to Tanyao, right? To shift to the inside hand. In this case, you have enough blocks that you can keep those edge tiles, which are a little bit safer. The 1 dot is a little bit safer to that dealer with the 4 dot discard. So you have enough blocks that you can keep that there now.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get rid of 1 block eventually, and I think it will be that block. It's more likely that it will be, but you don't want to get rid of that 3 bamboo, because what if you draw the 4 bamboo?
Yeah.
That gives you an open-ended. So yeah, I think that keeping a little bit of safety when you have room to do it is also good.
No, I love what you said about it gets dangerous fast, because I think that having that foresight is nice, and I've realized in all my games, I'm saying to myself, how did it get so dangerous this fast? And having just a little bit of more awareness before that fact is definitely helpful. We now move to East 3. There's a lot of spoilers as we move from round to round, but again, these are videos that are on the YouTube channel. I'll link them down below. Oh, people are gonna get so mad at me. There's gonna be rioting in the streets. So East 3, I think what happened here. Oh no, was this the hand? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 orphans in my hand.
What do you draw?
Oh my god, do I draw unique? Yeah, okay. I did issue a public apology for this one. I genuinely did, because all the comments, rightfully so, were like, you had 10. You had 10. And I was like, oh, I think I said it in the commentary. I have 9. I'm not playing this. Yeah. What is your cutoff?
10 tiles and 9. Mine is like 7.
Oh,
I will go for it.
Okay.
No, most people do not have a cutoff of 7.
Yeah.
The thing is, I play a lot of rules like WRC rules and the JPML rules, and almost all of the professional rules lately do not have abortive draws. So we cannot end the hand with 9 tiles and 9 types.
Right.
For me, even when I have the rules, 9 types is plenty for me. So, and if you're playing like the JPML rules or the WRC rules, when you can't call a draw anyway, the thing is that Kokshi, when you're going for it, is so easy to fold.
Yes, absolutely.
You have so many safe tiles left. So I am the type of person who always wants to take that chance, and I end up winning on it kind of a lot. So just go for it a little bit more. That was my only comment for this sort of.
No, I mean the comments are gonna eat good based off of that. Everyone's gonna be having a grand old time and telling and. Just when you get dealt a hand and you see all the chat messages that are just 5 out of 13, oh no, oh no. We're gonna move to South 1. We're gonna go to turn 5 here. The player across from us has pawned into Seat Wind, a Prevalent Wind. That's my 4th discard, and I think that we do draw into Tenpai. And there's this decision, right, in your notes that you sent to me, it's Riichi or not. I am in not the dealer's seat. My score is fine. My score is genuinely fine. It's not terribly far away from the player across from us. I think I have no idea if I slammed here. The 9 of circles, this is terrible though. The 9 of circles, it's never gonna become a triplet. I think if I call Reichi here, I call Reichi with the 7 of bamboo. Yikes. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one.
I think, reaching with the 7 bamboo is perfectly fine. I think you didn't do that if you...
I Reichi'd with the 9?
I'm not sure. Now I have no confidence now going back because I did get that wrong earlier.
No,
You did. And then you draw it. So it completely negates my point. But.
Yeah.
The point is that when you have a Shabo weight, the pair, you have 2 pairs and you're waiting to triple one of them up.
Yes.
Those are really good when you have edge tiles, and so I'm assuming that here you didn't see that the 2 knights were discarded to the right.
Yeah.
Because normally it looks like a good weight.
I think I must have just missed that. That's so great that I did that. That's so great. So in this situation, you would also just call Reichi, even though this is Reichi nothing. Like nothing.
I wouldn't reach.
You would not reach it here. So in this position, I'm doing a massive clicking. I know there's a faster way to do this probably, but I'm a noob. In this situation, you would just discard the 7 of bamboo?
Yeah, I think, reaching and waiting for the 8 is much better than reaching and waiting for the 7.
Yep.
And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly legitimate reach and wait, in my opinion. Especially if you draw the 5 bamboo later and it's a Suji trap after the reach. That's awesome. I don't know, it feels like there could be better weights here.
Yeah.
I might start with the 9 bamboo, and then depending on what I draw, discard the 9 dots later. And maybe go for either more value. If I draw the Dora, I might reach with the 8.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one 8 out already, so I don't know if I would do that for sure or not, but that's one option that might show up. Or end up in a Tanyao hand.
Yeah.
Because they're only 2 away, and those 2 tiles are safe to the dealer.
Yeah.
So I would probably discard the 9 bamboo and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best discard or not. That's how I personally like to play. But
No.
definitely would not reach with the 9.
Yeah, there's no. Oh yeah. So Mortal wants us to cut the 7 of bamboo here, but I did the 7 or the 9, and just upgrading something is infinitely better than this foolish Reichi that somehow works out. Oh god.
I like to go for more points. So I don't want to reach with like a really cheap hand and a poor weight, right? Usually there's 3 things you want with your hands. You want to be the fastest, you want to have big points, and you want to have a good weight. So usually it's best to have at least 2 of those.
Yeah.
It can be the fastest and a good weight, and it can be a cheap hand. Or you can have the fastest and a lot of points, and it can be a poor weight.
Yes.
Because the risk is worth it.
Yeah. On this channel, we typically do nervous, slow, and terrible weights, and that's usually my bread and butter. I would say so. No, it's a great reality.
I don't believe that because your ranking is very high, and I've watched you play, and I think you play very well.
Oh, that's so nice. That's very, very nice. Oh man. Okay, well this is again a very sobering moment, and now we move to the last moment. And thank you so much again for your time. We're gonna go to South 3. We're gonna go to turn all the way to turn 10. Mortal, I can't with you right now. You've caused me too much strife. At this point, I am in the lead. Oh my, that's unbelievable that I'm in the lead. That is truly unthinkable that I'm in the lead. So this is the turn 10. Okay, so you've written what to wait on. I remember this situation. I actually do remember this situation. I think, whoa, no, I don't. Okay, I think I discard 5 of bamboo here. And have this beautiful triple-sided weight. But the beautiful triple-sided weight, there's a lot of one of bamboos that are already gone. And I think I said in the video, and I hopefully I'm not just creating lies. We could have waited for the 5 of bamboo and the west winds. And I would love to hear what you're thinking in this situation.
I think that normally, so actually, I have no idea what you discarded here. I do not remember. I just have my notes.
Yes.
Usually we think that the 147 is an awesome weight because it's 3-sided, but like you said, all the 7s are out.
Yeah.
Most of the 1s are out,
yes.
and 2 of the 4s are out. So there aren't very many tiles left.
Yeah.
But when we were talking about it in the last game, perhaps the last video, that there's so many bamboos out. The bamboos are so cheap on the board. So I don't think it's a terrible weight still, even though there's not very many left.
Yeah.
Usually the shabo with an honor tile or a edge weight, like we talked about also in another hand, is great. But in this case, look at the right hand player.
Yeah, this is terrifying. So I never know.
Oh, terrifying. They probably have a pair of the West, or one of the West. Maybe they're gonna wait on the West as well. It looks like they really want those honor tiles.
Ah, okay. Right.
They're not going for a flush, right?
No, I don't.
I mean, they could be, but probably not going for a flush.
It would be a weird flush. And the worst case scenario is, yeah, Seatwind, Green Dragon, Toy Toy are all triplets. Okay.
Okay, so, and yeah, all outside tiles, all terminals.
Yeah, all honors and terminals. Right. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So if they have the Wests, we don't see any Wests
them
on the board.
Yeah.
So we might get them, but we have to play what we think is likely, right? Normally, I would say they're going for like kind of a flush there or some kind of toy, but when we don't see any other Wests out, it doesn't look like a good weight to me either.
Yeah.
So this is a really difficult one. What do you wait for? I kind of want to go towards the 147, but also, do you reach or not?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that, because I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a perfectly fine Damaten, because this is it's Pinfu 1 Dora. So Riichi Pinfu 1 Dora, a little bit more attractive, I guess, than just Damaten Pinfu 1 Dora. But in this scoring position, like, I'm so happy just to keep the game moving. I'm so happy to keep the game moving. Yeah. Well, what do you think about the Damaten here? Is it worth it for the more likelihood that someone deals in, or is going from 2Han to 3Han just way better, and potential for 4th and 5th because of the Reichi call?
Well, in this case, you don't have to worry about going from 2Han to 3Han. The right player is very scary. Discarding the 5 bamboo is not going to bring attention to yourself. It's not going to show people that you're Reach. They're going to have their attention on the player that's calling 3 tiles, right?
Yeah.
And the bamboos are very cheap, so they're not going to be like, oh, look at him pushing that 5 bamboo. They're not going to think that. They're not going to hold back on those 147s that are, or the 1s and 4s.
Yeah.
No more. But they're not going to hold back on those 1s and 4s that are safe to the dealer.
And this is even if you Reichi, or do you mean just specifically if you Damaten here?
If you Reach, they might hold back on those 1s and 4s.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, this is true. I think this is what I think in a lot of these situations, where the player on our right looks to have a terrifying hand, but like in my mind, I see cheapness for the rest of the hand. Like I just see like a pair of the 2 of characters and like a 3/4 of bamboo. Like I like not saying that that's what I'm reading into it at all, but like do you like how do you like what like I usually just say to myself they don't have it, but then sometimes they do have it. What is your philosophy when looking at things like this? Is it just better to assume the worst case scenario?
Hey, what if they have a pair of the 2 characters? Then it's still gonna be like 5,200.
Oh, that is the door. Right. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Or just like something that's like yeah, or just something that's like super cheap. But they did press pawn on the 9 of circles first, so they might have something that's worth going for.
They might have pairs of 2 different value tiles.
Yes.
Or they might have those all terminals, or they might just really be going for the all triples because they need points.
Yes.
It's really hard to tell, but I think that the 1/4, even though there are not very many left, is not a bad weight. So I want to do the Dama 1/7 weight.
Dama 1/4. I called Reichi, but the Dama is overwhelmingly correct, or just overwhelmingly.
Wait, what did you call Reichi with?
I called Reichi with I think the. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, the glasses are off. I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm hiding my face. Oh, you suck! Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. That when we said before that the edge and the honor tile shapo weights, the pair weights where you're waiting for a triple, are usually good.
Yeah.
They're usually very good. In this case, it doesn't look that good to me. So the point of this hand is that things change on the board, and it's not necessarily the number of tiles you have left, right?
Yes.
If it's really cheap, it still might be a good way, even if there's not very many left. And then the 1/4 didn't come out.
Yeah.
Maybe people had them, or because you reached.
Maybe
they
because I
didn't
reached
discard
it.
them.
Yes.
Possible. We don't know.
I mean, I would assume.
Oh, you draw it. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, it's kind of small, but yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sumo Pinfu.
But that's
1 Dora.
hindsight. We don't know if you would have done that.
Right,
We're just
right,
playing what is likely.
No. What is the most likely? And I cannot believe. I think Oh, that's such a good thing. Like that's such a good thing to consider, because I'm like, oh, the West Winds are just awesome here. The West Winds are just like, someone is gonna cut the West Winds, but I have to remember that not everyone is me, and the play on the right is very, very scary, and so the West Wind actually looks like a terrifying, like a really bad tile to throw into like the worst case scenario for the play on our right. So
not just the West. Another thing is you might want to mitigate drawing the West, so you don't have to discard the 3rd one if you draw it.
Yeah.
You can do that if you're Dama, first of all. And second of all, what if you reached and then after that you draw the south or east or the white dragon, which all also looks scary to that player.
Yeah.
And you don't with the poor weights, you do not have to push this hand. If you have safe tiles and you can be Dama, then you can keep Tempai for sure, but you do not have to push scary tiles in this situation.
Okay. Jen, I am going to absorb this information, and I can feel my brain expanding. Thank you so much for your time. I wanted to ask, like, where can people find you? Where can people find you pushing for 13 orphans, starting with 7?
Okay, so I'm MahjongJen everywhere. MahjongJen with 1 N. X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I don't update very much, but I'm on there.
Yes.
YouTube is my YouTube channel is MahjongJen. We have a lot of videos like this with pros that are way better than me. It's a show called Prost.
Yes.
Which I update whenever I finish editing things, so it's not very regular, but I'm trying to make it more regular. We're also starting a new podcast on the YouTube channel, which is like a bilingual Japanese podcast thing, and it's going to be really fun. It's just like variety, not mahjong. So if you're learning Japanese or you're interested in Japanese, it should be really cool. I'm working with the comedian out of LA, and we're almost ready to announce, when this video comes out, it might be announced already.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, every Wednesday evening. So, and you can watch it, after you can watch the VOD, so it's going to be really fun.
Absolutely. But most importantly, your Twitch channel. You play live mahjong pretty regularly, and you get to watch someone in English explaining their decisions while playing mahjong at a pretty high level. So please check Jen's Twitch channel out.
Watch me. Yeah, I make a lot of reasons for why I'm losing on Twitch. For some reason on Twitch, I whenever I'm streaming, I really like to chat with people.
Yes.
So if you like to chat with me, then you should definitely come watch. Sometimes I play a lot of 3-player as well because I really like big hands.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. I don't know how much you'll learn, but it's fun.
I mean, based on today, it's just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you'll pick up something.
Also, another great thing that we've been doing lately is English commentary on professional matches. We started doing that about 1 year ago with the Sankei Shimbun Cup, which is a women's league. That's on the WRC channel, and we're also doing a lot of professional English commentary on the JPML English channel. We give you so much insight, and there's so many commentators that are way better than me that just catch everything. It's really hard to get used to watching live Mahjong, but we do it in English. So if you're interested in watching more like professional play, then I think it would be really fun. And we're always talking to the chat too, so that's fun.
Watching live Mahjong is I genuinely really like it, and I think it's really cool, especially when you can also learn something about like just because sometimes people in live Mahjong will make like in professional live Mahjong will make like unthinkable discards, and then it's so amazing to have English speaking commentators that can kind of explain why they're doing that instead of being me and then call Reichi on the, oh god. Okay, so that'll be linked down below as well.
Sometime too. We want to get you in there sometime too.
Oh, I mean, hey, if you're
you ask are amazing.
If you want to bring the skill ceiling down a little bit, I'm more than happy to.
No, we need. It's great to have. If you're not used to playing professional Mahjong, it's great to have somebody that can ask questions like, why did they do that? Because sometimes talking about professionals that are way better than me, especially, it's just so second nature to them. They don't even know what to explain.
Right.
So really good to have different people from different backgrounds commentating together.
No, absolutely. All right, well, please check that out. I've watched the live Mahjong matches because I'm a Mahjong fiend, but like please check that out. It'll be also linked down below in the description. And then I wanted to say this before I ask. So my girlfriend Bethany has been getting into Riichi Mahjong, and she's been reading your book and really enjoying it. The things that she really likes are the personal anecdotes mixed with, and this is like not sponsored whatsoever. This is like genuinely, she was just telling me she likes that there's like pages and pages of like what would you do discard like quizzes after the sections that teach you how to do stuff, and then also there's like personal anecdotes and experiences. I love the personal anecdote that you said about like having like a crisis of like a personal like an existential crisis because of a Mahjong discard, because it feels like that sometimes. It feels like when you can't make the right call, like it's like your world is crumbling. So how can people find your book, and who is this book for?
Yeah, okay, so the book Riichi Mahjong, The Only Way to Play, it's the second edition. It was first published in 2009 by Huntington Press, which is a publisher in Las Vegas. So you can actually get it from the Huntington Press website. I think it's called Shop LVA, directly from the publisher.
It'll be linked down below.
Amazon. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's also available on Amazon if you're in the US, and there's an ebook on Kindle as well, pretty much everywhere in the world.
Incredible.
So you can only get the printed version from in the US, I think, right now. But if you find me on Discord or, DM somewhere, I do have a lot of copies that I can send out with shipping. So, and signed with shipping. So if you're interested, you can, and you're not in the US, you can definitely contact me. I will also be in New York at Comic-Con in October. I just purchased my tickets, and we will have a stack of books there to sign as well. I will have an event at a Mahjong parlor in New York.
Amazing.
So if anyone is interested in coming and actually getting one, you're very welcome to.
Wow. No, absolutely. I can't, I genuinely recommend the book. I think it's for like, it's for newer players, but like the scoring section is for me. So like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know necessarily like who to most recommend the book to.
I think that all players can find something in it. Like you said, the essays, the featurettes, they call them. There's a lot of things about being a professional player that maybe you wouldn't hear, or maybe I don't always talk about. For intermediate players, there's a lot of things you might know how to score, but you might not know where it originated from. that's all in one section as well. A lot of strategy things. There's some original strategy things that I made up, like the reach threshold. So, and there's also some tips that I made up. So most of this information you can find online if you search different places, but it's all consolidated here, and there are some original thoughts and thresholds and ways of thinking that I added as well. So I do think that there is something for everyone. If you're a very advanced player, then you probably already know me anyway.
Yes.
So you might, I don't know, maybe you want it for this picture of Takeo Kojima. Who knows?
Oh,
mostly.
There is something for
mostly
everyone.
it's new players and intermediate players, I would say.
Yes, thank you so much. And plus, it's just nice to be able to hold a book physically. That's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the format. If you would like to see more, in what other situations that you might want to see. Your feedback is always appreciated, and you can always leave a like and a comment here. You can follow Jenn to support I mean, me selfishly, but also the Riichi Mahjong English-speaking community grow just a little bit more. So thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. Until next time, please be kind to yourself, and please take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.